anymore it matters. Asking what's the point, it never comes out plain. Who's to save them? And there was jagged and line, veered sharply, and the letter was stuck just fine.
I'm Aaron Hallett. I write original Christian rock. Don't do that. Turn off an app on my phone and it opened up other stuff. Anyway, not the tune. I didn't even do that. I started playing my guitar and I came up with a riff, so I'm going to run with that. But yeah, original Christian rock. Original meaning I just make stuff up. Wow, that's really sharp because the temperature dropped. It did snow, so, you know, I had to shovel my way in here a little bit. I tried my new... I got Crocs boots, and I gotta tell you, they're actually pretty fantastic. Reason being, you get snow boots, and they weigh like 80 pounds. Well, it seems like that. These things weigh like nothing, and it's kind of nice. I actually haven't worn boots, like snow boots, in a while. I just like put a pair of toe socks on to keep my toes from getting like damp in between, and I get Injinji socks. They're like a really nice brand that have different sizes, so it's actually not that bad because regular ones are kind of a weird feeling. I put some really thick wool socks on over that, and by the way, that toe sock thing, if you get cold feet, it's good. The clamminess in between your toes goes away, and then you end up with like really warm feet all day. You know, tip. I usually just put on something over top of that and just hope they don't get wet, you know, from the outside, from the snow and stuff. But I saw these boots and I was like, oh, that might be nice because I can't wear heavy stuff. I tore my ACL, got some nerve damage, had a cartilage rip in my knee, so that leg is like a baby deer leg. It barely stands. I used to run half marathons Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like mega training and all kinds of stuff. Now, if I walk around the block here, injuries, they suck. Point being, these things are actually pretty great. They're like, they weigh nothing. I love it. And they're waterproof as heck. I don't even know if they're that warm, but I got the wool socks on underneath, so I don't care. Kind of had like a bluesy intro, and then went into a bunch of these root fifth ninth things I like to do. And it was like, I can pull off the harmonic there. Put the tempo on 80. 80. 80. 80. B flat, D, F, C. Okay, maybe that'll just be verse and chorus. Plan in place, you're going to hear drums that loop as a metronome, and I'll be playing guitar, so I'll do it. So I did the verse 5 times through, then I screwed up, so I just kept playing a D double octave thing. That actually worked to go into the chorus, so I just repeated it on the second verse, so it sounded on purpose. I use mistakes in my songwriting a lot. So when it gets to this section, I'm just going to pull this down and then clean it up. I appreciate that they have the in-between things, but Logic is being an absolute jerk right now. It'll go to 11, go to... oh my gosh, it will not go to anything but 12.1. I'm going to use the pedal over here, so I can't have it at that 0.1. Got it. Ugh. Figured out a way. Okay, that was freaking awful. It won't go to 12. It just will not do it. That's a pain in the ass, dude. Can I just, like, copy that one? Ah, gotcha. That's normally the easiest thing ever to do, but not now. Ugh. Okay, so nothing against the plugin. That was Logic. Would freaking not put in the right numbers. A little bit of a pain with the automation. I just tracked the pedal an octave down all the way through. Made this sound so much cooler immediately. Having an idea. Yeah, okay. When I layer stuff on, that'll sound really cool. I could get stupid with this. That's 2 octaves down. Let me change this over to thaw. Okay, I'm going to do these sections. I'm just going to copy paste. So since that starts half a measure and it's going to be a little bit of a pain counting wise, I'll do here. Yeah. That's insane. Okay, I got to pan that. This actually can do another octave down. It's going to sound like just bogus stupidity if I do it. See, that just sounds like a string flopping around that hasn't been tuned, so that's... We're not going to do that, but it's possible. Although I guess if you want it to do something like really high up and tune it down so it sounded like you were blasting on the low strings, that would, yeah, that'd be a thing. Maybe. I don't know. So, clean overdubs. Instead of 4 beats like a measure, that's a 6-beat riff. I do that sometimes. Since I got such low tunings going on, having that high octave helps like differentiate what chord is even happening. Second try. First try, I just kind of spazzed around on the scale and didn't really do anything impressive. But then I was like, oh, I got an idea. Why don't I just hit some dissonant stuff on the harmonic minor? I think it worked. I just realized I never changed my drum sounds over to what I was using for the last 2 songs. So let me do that right now. Does it matter that much? Not really, but it is nice to hear the mix roughly with the correct drum sounds as I'm tracking. I was a bit bad at this last one. I just grabbed the beginning, just it in there, pretend it didn't happen. Because, like, yeah, I kept wanting to hit that F instead of E. And, like, my brain sometimes it really works for me and sometimes it works against me. Concentrating so hard to not hit that wrong note. The easy part of that. Going root 5th, 9th on the other chords, piece of cake. All right, so you can use flex pitch and it'll just track all your notes. It's not the most accurate thing ever, but if you play a simple part, it works good enough. Making a MIDI track from the flex pitch data, it's literally just in the edit window. You can just select that option. Lop off the verse. All right, so a smart thing to do here, in case I got any weirdness that it tried to pull on me, I'm going to quantize it into the key. All right, I tracked it all right. The real bass is in the middle, the MIDI bass is on the sides, and they're like working as one instrument now. I'm going to turn it down, by the way. It's not going to be that loud. I put down some lyrics quick. I did a little like practice take. May or may not end up being my chorus, but I was just warming up. Okay, so I was doing a couple takes and I realized I didn't like the chorus, so I just didn't do it. But I used the lyrics for the chorus for the second verse, sang these 4 different lines, and then went to the first verse again. and just did the last half of it. All right, so I was hearing the guitar melody going on. Let me mute this. I'm gonna delete that because I don't like it. All right, I think I got it. Pull that out a little bit, make sure I don't cut off the breath noise, and I should be good to go. I'm glad I changed the chorus. I like this one way better. The lyrics are going to be on the bottom of my description box, as they are for all of my songs. I've got a big paragraph in the middle of my description box where you can find me online, purchase and stream my music. I got a lot of stuff, so you can stream for long time. The top of the description box has a link to the best Bible teaching I know of. So right in the beginning of the video, I always say it's Christian rock. Sometimes my lyrics are about that. Sometimes they're not. Yesterday it was a little bit more. Today it's just a random thing I made up because, you know, I just did. The thing is, I put that link there because it's really good objective teaching. I see a lot of stuff where it's veering off in some way or the other away from what is actually being said, and it's usually subtle stuff that you don't even notice that's the worst. There's always something. Traditional denominational stuff is really predominant, but there's always text out of context and error and yeah. So this is the exception. It's really good on point objective teaching. What does it actually say? What were the writers intending? Grammar translation from the original languages. That right there clears up a whole lot of stuff. Like when you go into the Greek, which is a super precise language, a lot of things where people are like, does this mean this or this or this? And it's actually like right there. You can't mess it up once you go into it. So I think it's good teaching. I put it there for that reason. It's just a resource. I will plop the final version up so you can watch that, and hopefully it'll go up in time. Yesterday, by the way, YouTube was being a pain in the butt. I could not get the upload to start. Like, I set it and I'd come back and it was like 0%. I was like, what the hell's going on? Some weird thing about my browser had a glitch or something. I don't know, but it was only doing it on YouTube. Every other place I upload, fine. I don't know. We'll see if it happens today. It's kind of a nuisance if it does. See you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.